WINCANTON for their next. That's the scene of their third race of the day. It's a 2-mile hurdle. It's a serious final. It's worth just shy of £12,000. Highest Sun's your favourite here, 7-4 for Colin Tizzer and Harry Cobden. It's 3-1 and bigger price as the rest as we head back and join them on track.
Highest Sun's been well back, 7-4 from 2-1 for Colin Tizard, and they have given it a good go with this fella since they've had him from France.
Well, it's a very encouraging run at Ascot, and off the back of that, it looked like he might be favoured at Cheltenham, and then he suddenly proved to be quite easy to back, and he ran all right at Cheltenham. I mean, a good race, but without proving good enough. The worry might be if he reverts to what he did at Ascot the time before, which was hanging badly all the way up the home straight, and obviously that's right-handed, as is this.
Nearest to him in the market is Snapdragon Fire for Tom Lacey. He's 2 wins in the last 4 starts. He's got a second over course and distance, and his form is working out quite well. Yeah,
he's up £5 for the latest second, but it's very solid form, and you're quite right, the form is looking pretty decent, and he might well be up to it. He's a fairly solid option. Looking to the Twizzler at 6-1, runner-up at Leicester off this mark last time. Consistent and an underachiever at the same time. He's not won as many races as his talent should have allowed him. 7-1 is Mick Maestro for Alan King. Early mistakes at Kenton, and he just sort of struggled to get into any sort of a rhythm the last day. Yeah, quite right, yes. The early mistakes, late ones as well. I mean, he was too keen, and he was, the jumping didn't stand the test. And that brings us to the sort of question of who leads here, and I thought it might have to be Peterborough, because I couldn't find anything else that necessarily want to go on. Looks like he is, with the Twizzler alongside him. I'm pretty sure Peterborough will lead. If he gets an uncontested one, even though he's massively up in grade from the Exeter win, it could help his chance. And Castle Toll was a much shorter price actually last night as the outsider at 16-1 for Tom George. Yes, somehow managed to finish 4th at Perth when he looked certain to win 2 out. And now at a shorter price is Higgs, who has attracted some money at big odds, who's got David Bass back on, and down in trip we might see a better effort. And down in grade as well. Over to you, Richard.
Thanks very much indeed, Rachel. Yep, runners about to be called in. Entrance to the home straight. So the runners preparing to take a turn and head towards the starter. He hasn't got his flag raised yet. I think we've just about reached our post time, so we'll have to see exactly how this race unfolds. And Peterborough looks as if he's lining up in company as well with Highest Sun to take them along, but they're pretty well bunched. One of the features so far has been how few horses have got involved from off the pace. A reminder that unseasonably fast conditions at this time of year, this track in particular, over hurdles, don't want to be giving them too much start. Anyway, flag's been raised. So starter's got his flag raised. First insurance for carhire.com handicap hurdle, and the 7 runners approaching the starter. Relatively sedately, it has to be said. He has his flag raised, and they're about to be sent on their way. So away we go. 7 runners leave the starting area. Peterborough it is who is first to break the line on the run towards the first of 8 flights of hurdles. The Twizzler is away to the left-hand side. Between the pair is Snapdragon Fire. Quite keen towards the outside is Highest Sun as we head towards flight number 1. Peterborough rises just about in the lead. They are all over safely. Higgs, the pale colours, races with Casa Tall. And at this stage, Mick Maestro is held up at the back of the field. A reasonable gallop, they head on towards the second. Peterborough, yellow colours up the centre, leads the Twizzler, who's over towards the left-hand side. The field is still pretty tightly grouped, with Snapdragon Fire disputing 3rd place as we rise at the second. Still quite keen on the outside is Highest Sun. At the back of the field, Mick Maestro just preceded by Higgs. So Peterborough leads them up past us with a circuit to travel, with Highest Sun moving through to dispute the second with the Twizzler, but may be held 4 wide round the turn with Casa Tall and also Snapdragon Fire. Mick Maestro and Higgs, the back pair, as they turn away from the stands. So no flight of hurdles on this part of the racecourse anymore. 4 down the back, Peterborough leading the Twizzler and Highest Sun towards the outside. Racing in 4th is Snapdragon Fire from Casa Tall. And then the last 2, Higgs and Mick Maestro. But the field are pretty tightly grouped here as they turn into the back straight, and they've got 4 flights of hurdles in front of them. Peterborough will lead towards the first of them. From the Twizzler and Highest Sun, who are in close attendance, Snapdragon Fire, Casa Tall, Mick Maestro and Higgs. whole field very tightly grouped as they pop over the first in the back, which is flight number 3. And out in front, the lead still disputed by the Twizzler and Peterborough as they step over that. Snapdragon Fire jumped up right onto the heels of the leaders, but they're very tightly grouped here with Highest Sun on the outside, then Casa Tall, Higgs and Mix Maestro still at the back, but very tightly bunched the whole field. Step over the next flight of hurdles with only about 4 lengths between the 7. So racing on towards the next flight in the back straight, and out in front Peterborough, the Twizzler on the inside, Snapdragon Fire and Highest Sun. They're the first quartet to rise, but they're by no means miles ahead of the others, with Casa Tall right on their heels. Then comes Higgs and Mix Maestro as we now prepare to turn out of the back straight. So this longish run will carry them back towards home. Peterborough's given way rather tamely as Highest Sun has moved through now to pursue the Twizzler. Snapdragon Fire is third. Casa Tall will corner in fourth. Peterborough's now back in fifth. Then Mix Maestro, and Higgs is a little bit of trouble at the back of the field, just pushed along, but they are still well grouped. There's only about 7 lengths as they work down the side. The Twizzler and Highest Sun, Snapdragon Fire, Mix Maestro has made good progress to be right in touch now. A couple of lengths back to the 5th placed horse Casa Tall, who's being driven. Higgs, to his credit, responded, having been the first off the bridle, and Peterborough is the first one apparently beaten, having disputed the running early, is now last of all. The Twizzler out in front. From in second place on the inside, Snapdragon Fire, Mix Maestro and Highest Sun. The 3 of them in pursuit of the Twizzler, who still has a 2-length lead, and if anything, maybe marginally extending it on the run down to the last. The Twizzler about 5 to 6 lengths clear from Highest Sun, Snapdragon Fire and Mix Maestro, who are disputing second place, but getting increasingly remote here as the Twizzler is coming 7 to 8 lengths clear on the run down towards the last for Tom Scudamore. So the Twizzler in splendid isolation. Highest Sun holding on for second as the Twizzler is well over the last. Highest Sun from Snapdragon Fire and Mix Maestro, still a battle on for the placings, but the win was in the bag all the way up the home straight. Neil Mulholland's good form continues. The Twizzler for Tor Hodsall and Tom Scudamore. Highest Sun stuck to the task well to get the better of the battle for second. Mix Maestro was third. Snapdragon Fire was fourth.
Yeah, a good couple of days from Neil Mulholland. Obviously took the classic chase the weekend at Warwick. He took a valuable prize here with the Twizzler. He was a useful horse in the flat. Tom Scudamore on board. Big jump at the final flight has sealed the deal from Highest Sun, who was second for Colin Tizzer and Harry Cobden, and Mick Maestro third for Alan King and Tom Bellamy's.